Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the Patron's Choice playthroughs. It's Let's Play Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations. And yeah, sorry if you're coming to this immediately after Death's Door. Yeah, just a little programming change, but it'll be fine. Just waiting for stuff to be finished, and like this game was technically further down the list, but still don't have stuff ready for like the games in between this and Dust and Elysian Tales. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, let's go. I mean, I'm still going through like the Ace Attorney games like on my own in general, but hey, it was a Patron's Choice selected thing, so might as well. Turnabout Visitor, Episode 1. Let's go. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Where? To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Okay, it's edgy. That may be true, but why? Whomst? Why go this far? Oh no, it's not edgy. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Gold medalist? I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. He looks kind of doofy if you ask me. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway. Also, I'm trying to think, is this actually my first Ace Attorney game on native hardware? No, I played that game, Apollo Justice, on 3DS. Okay. Yeah. Second Ace Attorney game on native hardware. Should be fun to edit. Alright. Oh my god, we got actual sprites and movement? It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Uh-oh. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in the prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No, what? He says it like it's a regular occurrence. I mean, at this point it probably is. I mean, you know. Well, not in his actual office, but, you know, just around him. Anyway, my name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well, please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Oh! Mr. Edgeworth, sir. You okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. I heard that a murder had taken place in your office. I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking at a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? Well, I'm perfectly fine, however. Ah! What did they do to your office? It's totally trashed. I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, it's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Let's not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Don't you have a copybook, like, or, notepad or Palm Pilot, like something? Anything? Alright. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene! My office. Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? Ooh, logic? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. No shit. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. Key to your office? For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. Makes sense. We got more logic, alright. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? Oh my god. How do you use logic to problem solve? The world may never know. First, I recall information through the logic button and then connect them together. Now to touch the logic button and recall the facts. That smug look. Alright. It's really coincidence to connect the thoughts. Crime scene, my office. To office key. So you need a key to get into your office. Did you have the key on you? For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. So what's this organizer? Oh, just evidence, alright. Proof of my profession, however I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Well, you better pin that on yourself, be proud. Profiles. We have unknown, the victim in this case. Why was he killed in my office? Dick Gumshoe, 32, homicide detective at the local precinct, in charge of the initial investigation. Wish I didn't give Edgeworth this voice that I did, because I'm going to have to use this for the whole LP, huh? Alrighty then. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What's the killer after? Framing you? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. There's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before placing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Alright. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything. Oh, basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply touch the examine button. If you ever feel lost and want to talk, just touch the partner button, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. What does it do? God, sir. Oh, and I can present stuff and ask... Okay, so... Instant hints, and I don't have to go all the way back to an office. Okay. Okay, I can use the D-pad, too. I don't have to, like... Alright. Yeah, so I don't have to use the touch screen. Cool. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Wait, this is gonna be a weird one to edit. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a clanky dink. Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith! It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Yes, that was exactly what I examined. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep. Till the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes jotted down in my organizer. It's gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir. Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to touch the organizer button. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it, too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. See here, there's blood all... Oh, okay, yeah, we already saw that. We're aware. Books. There are files all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Pause our mess pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just read it all the time and effort I put in. Pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day just like you requested, sir. Just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. If I have a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place till it sparkled. Does he have a life? No, he does not. Is it just examine the body? Yep. I don't believe it. I packed these files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. It's not suspicious? Okay. I don't see anything else here. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Yeah, I think so. Polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Steel Samurai boy. It's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. It's Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Old Tokyo, is a Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Sure you're not some sort of rabbit fanboy? Of course not, but baka. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Yeah, screw him. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like, or the thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe. You know, I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Was it the gap? What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Can you enlighten me as to where? Oh, that was Gumshoe. Oh, I know. I was to shoot the exact same model. I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Well, that's good info to have. Seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Okay. Why is killer officer was he after? I don't think we have that. Sign of struggle. Revolver. Victim was a detective. So either that was his gun or the killer was also a detective. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives, could have belonged to our recently departed. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Interesting. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. So I say you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the scroll wheels to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use the slide bar, the X and Y, but arrows to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty. Oh wait, god dang it, that's Gumshoe. Alright. Use the slide bar, the X, blah, 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 blah. Boy, like 999 and Virtue's Last Reward having like different sound effects for different people talking. Underrated. Okay, we can zoom. To think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. You know, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. Oh, one of the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. You take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start, detective. Now that you mention it, when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. I am also so out of practice with these voices. How do I rotate? Oh, the scroll wheel, duh. Don't know what I'm looking for. Looks like only one round was fired from this. So then that means either the killer had a second gun, or he did something to make it seem like one of the guns was used. Either way, there's going to be a second gun. Because we know he was shot. And then he made it a point to fire a shot that hit the painting. Wow. So the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. That's what the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but this is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body back. We should send the body to Jim? Well, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Hoopst? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. It's the murderer! Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here is my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip the whole time, pal. The key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Oh. You're not helping your case here, Gumshoe. Wait, that means... Not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys are conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir? I want you to capture this scene on film for me. A final farewell to my partner, Jim. His name's Buddy. Should probably give them some space. But now we can examine this. Or not. Or maybe. Ah! Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. What if they had shot through it? Would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. He's trying to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. Actually, yeah, it has been forever and a day since I last did Edgeworth's voice. He wasn't in Apollo Justice, right? Yeah, that was all Kristoff. Right. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. Duh. That's it. This bullet holes where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should touch the deduce button with conviction. Alright, how do I touch something with conviction? Kya! Sorry, that was very loud. When I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Take that. Oh no, not check. Sorry. Ah, Eureka! No, I prefer take that. No. This bullet holds the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled the frame. Hey. That's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? It's a secret safe. Secret safe? Well, I smell money. Spare some trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. If you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Joe. Talk about dusty. Suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. No idea there was a safe here. I have kept it clean for you, sir. Where'd you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Okay, sorry for the pause there. Really had no idea. Only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We'll use in to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe data jotted down in my organizer. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. No, this is odd. You found something, sir. This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Oh yeah, you can see white marks around it because it's supposed to be dusty. Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. All the fingerprints on this have been wiped off. Interesting. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Could be that the killer's goal there. I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. The killer's motive theft? Doubt? Wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. I don't think I can. Portsman, a word if I may. Jim, swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you want to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. Maybe there was more to it than theft? Which means that murder wasn't originally the case? There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, he was just looking everywhere he could, from the bookshelf to the safe. Oh, I mean, like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir. Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelf files like you never see before, even at a library. Sure, let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. Sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay. Done. Keep misreading voices. It appears that the murder was definitely committed here. Ugh. Blood stains on the bookshelf are still fresh. Suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Then the guy fell to the floor, right? Blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. Yeah, but you know I'm no go with blood, sir. Certain there's something wrong with this picture. You know, like the blood splatter here, which meant these would have had to been higher up. This is where the... Oh no, the bullet hole, duh. This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim. Huh. For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Well, it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. Wonder if they found what they were looking for. Appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, that's why I see the victim's pants has blood on it. That'd be the logical conclusion. But yeah, all the rest of these are clean. The victim's handprints. Must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. There are prints on the floor, too. This must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against a bookshelf. Blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. What am I missing here? No. No.